Hey guys, and welcome back to Black Mountain Stables. Just on our way back from the hunting lodge, if you will. Checking in on our guests that just showed up, settled them in up at the lodge, hunting shack, whatever you want to call it. And we're in the midst of a canola harvest over at Patrick's place. I'm gonna head over there now. And I thought I would bring you guys in. We're going to head back a different route. We've typically seen. Just kind of enjoy the good old countryside. I mean the mountainside here. To be careful. Oops, I think I missed my turn. I think I did indeed. I don't want to go that way. The way is too steep. Go back. I think I missed my turn somewhere. No. Well, let's pull out our trusty map. I definitely missed our turn. Road right here I didn't see. Need to take up by the old barn. Now we should be good to go. But we've made some changes down at the farm since we were last together. I wanted to talk to you about that as we made our way back over to the farm. We swapped out the Kuhn square baler for a New Holland baler that fits, I think fits the map a lot better than the Kuhn did. We'll see that down in the shed. Also implemented a few new mods into the gameplay. One of which is the crop growth, or the control, the crop control growth add-on. What that does is it allows me to set a longer growth time for the crops, which I have done. In fact, I've set most of the crops to basically take a full day to go through their transition. So previously it was like every 6 hours, and that was just, I mean, that's just too quick. We just planted that wheat, it feels like, and now the wheat's ready to harvest already. Just gonna be flipping fields, never having a chance to really do anything else at that rate, and that's even with, you know, crop growth set to slow. So what I did was I changed the growth rate to 24 hours. So it's going to take a full game day. Let's try to crossroads. Let's go ahead and check our map once again. It's going to take a full game day. Take left road. Yep, work. Now it's going to take a full game day to transition growth states. So that's going to be like 4 or 5 days from planting to harvest for most of our crops. I've also gone in and modified, let me just look. Look at that. It's great views. Also going in and set the yield on the oats. Be a little bit closer to that of wheat and barley. It's because I think the oat yield is a bit low in game. And then we also changed the yield on grass. I think grass is a bit high. I basically halved the grass there, but basically halved the amount of grass we're going to get. We should get approximately half the field, or half the number of bales that we got the first time. We mowed that field over by the meadow over by the horse farm. And once we put this big field down here at Patrick's farm into grass, we're going to basically get half of the yield that we normally would get off of that field. Just that it feels like to me we get way too much yield out of the grass. Let's see, we're here. Cut back, it looks like. Yep. This road is actually going to dump us down there right by the farm. See our farm actually right over there. Might be able to see it here a little bit better once we clear some of these trees. Using Patrick's truck, my old truck, now that he's lovingly refurbished it. We had that down, help haul the all our city slickers stuff up to the cabin, put it all in the back, close it up good with the cab on the back, or the cap. There is our farm. And you can see we've got our wheat that we planted is ready to harvest already. Get out here. Got to get across the field, across the road. I think Patrick is just about ready to need to be unloaded. Let's go ahead and run over here to the semi. If we can't unload him real fast, or he goes and gets his pipe on the wrong side of the field. So I was going to use an overloader for this field, but I don't know, they all just seem to be way too big. I was going to use the Kinsey. All the Kinseys are just huge. So just going to do it this way for now. Maybe that little grain cart that we used to use in 17 will come out, and that would be perfect. Harvest here at the main farm. Empty him as he makes his way back down there. See the yield that we've gotten off of this field so far, 41,000 liters of canola. As I was saying, our soybeans over here are ready, and our wheat is ready. And quite honestly, I didn't want to get into a period where all of our crops are going to be ready all the time. Seemingly constantly harvesting, planting, or harvesting and planting, and not really having enough time to explore other things like going up in the woods, cutting down trees, just general other storyline things, just because we're spending so much time with our rotating our crops and everything. Did get our cows all fed up. They are nowhere near full, that's for sure. Guys take up way too much food. Right here, 118,000 liters of mixed rations. We're still in the red. We do have 100% productivity, so we are churning out the milk. That is going to help us out quite a bit in the way of finances on a regular schedule, because milk is pretty nice. Now we got $817 at the restaurant. Milk is going to be bringing in really good. Penny for now. Canola, not too bad. $6.75 right now. Restaurant. We really don't need canola, so we might get rid of it. We might keep it. Not sure what we're gonna do. So we'll just have to talk to Patrick. I mean, it is his crop after all. Make sure he doesn't go and dump this thing into the pond. Let's see what we did here. So, see where we upped everything. Was 24 hours last time it transitioned. Now we got 18 hours on the wheat and pretty much all of our other crops. I did bump poplar to, I don't know, something like 50 hours, like that. And I increased the weed factor using the growth control mod also from 1.3, I think, to 1.8. That way it doesn't feel like, you know, we're getting weeds constant. Every field is constantly a weeding battle. We'll basically just let that run and, you know, see how those timings all work out. I forgot. Wait, we might get more than a semi-load of canola off of here. That would be pretty cool. Also have our T7 set up over here to start cultivating and, well, giving us that plow bonus field, because it does say that we need to plow this field up to get maximum output. And this is going to be the field that we're going to be putting our oats in. So what I said about the baler, let's go ahead and check that out real quick while we're waiting on Patrick to fill up again. And I could show you the milk tank. You saw that at the store. I don't know why our straw fell down, but our straw is just collapsed. Here's the last of the silage bales that we had left. Up all the hay. Here is our new baler. New Holland Big Baler 340 series with the preservation tank on there. Don't have to worry about our hay going bad. Patrick filled up the silage bale wrapper with new wrap. Of course, we've got our big old shiny milk tank here. Be hauling all kinds of milk with this thing. Waiting to get a decent load to haul off to the store. Dirt over here we gotta clean up. See how our chickens are doing? We're gonna have to bring in that wheat so that we'll have plenty of wheat for our chickens. Looks like we've got some eggs sitting over here. Already been through here and collected our eggs out of the hen bins here. Birthing huts or whatever you want to call them. Packaged them up. Good. I think what I'm going to do is relieve Patrick, and we're going to go ahead and do some harvesting ourselves. Have fun doing a little harvesting. This, you don't have the luxury of GPS in this old thing. Got the luxury of driving by the seat of our eyeballs. I get at the end of the road, I adjust my seat. Checking the fuel gauge. See, the monitor seems to have gone out on this thing. Might as well tear that thing out. It doesn't do any good. But that is right there. Oh. Alrighty. But let's start working our way. Working our way down both sides of the field. Also put in manual attach. We're going to play with that a little bit. See how well we do with manual attach. Something I had to use on some servers in 17 doing multiplayer. Wasn't a big, I wasn't in love with the mod. I didn't hate it either. It just existed. Remember that I needed to use it when I was on those servers, but I didn't typically play with it in my own game saves. But I thought, what the hey, in 19, let's give it a twirl and see how it works. What seems to be really nice with it now is you can toggle it from manually outside the tractor to inside the tractor or inside and outside the tractor. Really give you the choice. I mean, there were times in 17, and I'm sure we're going to run into these issues with manual attach. There were times in 17 when basically it wouldn't work right. Let's say you had a seeder that was an old seeder that didn't have a PTO. Okay, well, if you didn't attach the PTO, you couldn't turn it on according to manual attach, but there was no PTO to turn on. So what are you going to do? You're kind of kind of stuck. So there were mods that basically wouldn't play nice with manual attach and everything, but I think with this way of doing it, you could toggle to allow inside attaching on things that don't work with exterior attaching. Because when you attach on the inside, it hooks up both the PTO and the hitch at the same time. So we're going to give it a try, see how it works. You know, if we run into problems with it, it starts causing us more grief, then it's out quick. All for doing more realistic-ish type gameplay when it doesn't impact gameplay. When you end up having more problems as a result of having stuff like that in, then it's not as fun, and it's basically on the short list of mods that you're getting taken out. It's going to be a real quick episode today. Go ahead and finish up the harvest here. I'm not gonna go the easy route and give you a quick little time lapse of us doing up and down runs to finish out the field. Just gonna pretty much call it here. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, please go ahead and click that like button. Let me know in the comments what you think of Black Mountain Stables. You know what you think of some of the mods we talked about today. Manual attach, control growth, talked about. And until next time, happy farming.